All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another DC Worlds Collide video. This is Mr. Squirrel, and as always, glad to have you here. So we're going to do a quick update on the news and just kind of go over what happened yesterday when Mr. Terrific dropped and help with a couple of the events that are going on. So let's start out here. Again, we always have the setting out supplies. This is just your daily log in, get stuff that hasn't changed. We have the exact same format. It's like the bingo card tic-tac-toe, however you want to call it, event that we had with Guy. Just take note, there's a lot of confusion here because of how this is kind of structured. You cannot just clear the middle row and get a copy of Mr. Terrific. You need to get all nine, complete all 9 boxes, which means that you need a total of 3 of these advanced. Let me show you. To get the glowing T-spheres, you need 2 plus 2 here, that's 4, 10 of them total. You need 10 total glowing T-spheres, and then the non-glowing ones you're going to need 8, so 24 of those. So essentially, you just need to play for about 4 days. Now, 4 days to get these. However, the glowing T-spheres, I want to highlight this for every person. You do not get these. The only way to get all of them, so the only way to unlock Mr. Terrific completely is that you have to get him to rank 7. If you have saved up epic shards, then this is totally possible. Give me 1 second. So the thing you need to think about is that if you're going to do this and you really want that extra copy, you need to save up enough of 8th medals or your epic shards, or pull an extra 2 copies of Mr. Terrific, but you need to get him to rank 7. So that's the only way you're going to get all of them to get the extra copy. I would say if this is a character you see yourself running in the future, it's worth it. This is like essentially like summon. I mean, you can get 1 copy, and if you saved up enough stuff, you can just put him to rank 7. I don't think he's mandatory. For me as a creator, I'm going to do that just because it's an easy way to get him to rank 8. It saves me a pull and 40 shards. So, and some crystals, but still do these missions because again, you can at least, if you do all, if you get all 4 of these boxes, you do get 400 crystals, which is great. It's nice. It's just do daily stuff and you're fine. You'll get it. Just do the missions here, the daily and the season missions, do those, call it a day. That's it. Yep. That's it. It's nothing super duper crazy. I mean, just follow the missions. Here's the 2 things, 6 and 7. Those are the only 2 missions that you can't do free to play, or 5, 6, and 7. You can't do free to play. You need to summon for him or use your 8th metal shards. So there's that. That's one event going on. Same thing as Guy. So fair play, this is just saying that if you go to the mother box summons right now and you go right here, feature recruitment, he has a rate up. He has a 30% chance of being rate up, or he has an increased chance of pulling him to 30%, which means that he's just simply like having a desired unit, but all the time. So if you're summoning for him, great. It's a great way to target him. Again, he is a support. So personally, I think it's one of those situations where it's kind of like, you just get him to rank 8 and you're done. I think, especially for supports, he's a little bit different though, because he does do a lot of damage, or a decent amount of damage for a support. Not like compared to like Green Lantern Hal, he's not putting out that kind of damage, but he does do quite a bit. So, or a decent, I'm not gonna say quite a bit, a decent amount of damage because his basic hits 2 people. So yeah, I'd say he's good. I mean, as a damage dealer, damage support, he's good. He does what, yeah, he's a good character. But do I think he's mandatory? No. I just really like his leader skill. So we can talk about that later. I already have a video on him, an initial impressions of him. Oops, sorry, wrong place. So then let's go to the character power rating thing. So this is something that I'm still trying to figure out how they're calculating. Is it like your average of all your characters? Is it like on your strongest character? I think it's like the average of all your characters. But again, like I look at the top person here and I'm like, they're at 175, 174, but they have a really high power level. Versus like this person here. So combat power 325, 3.2 million. Let's look at this person's combat power. 3.1 million. Let's look at my combat power. Oh, there it is. It is combat power because mine's only 1.56. So they must be investing in some of their characters very heavily. It must be taking like your average combat power and then dividing it, I guess. I don't know. because I'm ranked 41, which is a little ironic because I'm trying to figure this out. Because simply put, like if I go to archive and today's bulletin on my server, I'm ranked 9 in terms of my location, but maybe it's I think this is going across all servers. I think I think there's more than I think it is. It's ranking based on like all teams. So this is going to be a little tricky. There's going to be, I think, a lot of people that are going to have a lot of power, just because if you summoned a lot, you will have many dupes. You'll have epic shards, and it will boost up your power. So just try to do your best on this one. Raise your characters up as much as possible. Whereas a character power ranking, I really was hoping I could get into the top 10 at some point, but I highly doubt that. I just don't think I have that kind of power to do those things, to get there. I don't know. See, this is another thing that's a little frustrating, because like an information, just how is this number being calculated would be very helpful. And that number isn't here. There's no information ascertaining how do you know how this number is calculated, right? Because if I look at, so Moist Jedi, combat power 3.2 million, right? Main stage progress 22.1, number of characters 67k, right? So then I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, well, I'm at main stage 24.6, number of characters 62. I'm trying to, like, that power, combat power, is it because maybe it's because when I go to the character, maybe what this person has done, the level link system here, and they might just be raising up characters, like spending crystals to put characters here, which, I mean, you can do that, but at the same time, I mean, that's still crystals, and those crystals, I don't know. I don't know if I find that as the best use of my resources at the same time, because I don't know. I just don't think that's the best use of it. So I think this is a fun event. Don't worry too much about it. Just do your best. Okay, Crisis Control is over, and then Strongest Gladiator is over. Both of those are over. Now we have this stage that I've seen a lot of people talking about. I see some people actually struggling at this stage a little bit, like how do you even do it? So I'm going to run through it. I play with this a little bit. I'm not perfect at this right now, but I'm going to show you how to actually like do things in it, because this can get a little confusing. So you've got this, and if you go here, I'm going to just do this as a problem, then you lose, right? So you're like, wait a minute. So how am I supposed to do this? Well, watch. You're supposed to create boxes. So let me show you how to create boxes. So you go here, and then your job, we're going to go down, boom. Now, so I make another bigger box. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to loot. There we go. Okay, I can go all the way over here. Boom. Okay. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Whoo. Okay, I can make it. Okay, my job is to not get hit. Okay, we got that. Oh boy. See, it's getting harder now. Okay. Oop, nope. It's also hard. This is hard on the iPad because I want like a controller. Oh God. Oh, see. Well, besides the point. Moral of it, that's how you do it. Could I have done a lot better? Yes, I can do a lot better. But I'm also trying to like talk to you while I'm doing this. It's talking and video, like talking and recording at the same time. Well, that just sounds like talking and walking at the same time. Is not always the easiest thing. Whoa. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna do. Okay, they're not here right now. I can do this. Okay, we can do this. Okay, they're stuck right there. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Got them boxed in here. Okay. I got the boxed in. Oh, am I going to make that? I don't know. Hold on. I can make this. Okay. Ooh, oh, whatever. Okay. So there you go. That's essentially how you're doing it. Your job is to fill it up. Um, Now, the one thing though that I am noticing, so hold on, is it. So I'm wondering if I have to somehow just like use to conquer it. I think the goal here. Let's play around with this for. Oh God, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I got a little too. So I have an idea. I have one more idea. Let's try this. Go here. Okay, I can make it down now. Okay, we got this. Can I get him? We'll go here. Oop, I don't want to get crushed. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to pause real quick. Hold on. Okay, so the goal here is then the first one, you need to cover 80% of the map in yellow. You're just going to need to make 80% of the map yellow. That's pretty much the way you succeed at doing this. That's right here. You can see I got 80% of the map. I completed. I move on to the star. So use the motion to conquer all. So I got to do another 80%. Okay, so the same thing here. The goal is to get 80%. Oh boy. There we go. So the same thing. I'm just using this. Oh God. Okay, same thing. You're probably like, how long did that take you? So it's a fun little event. If you, oh, so you have to restart the whole thing over again. Oh man, this is gonna be. It doesn't take a while. Do you have to restart from the very get go? Interesting. Okay. Stage 4, stage 5. So it's like a building up to getting past. I mean, if you want to burn some time into it, you do you, boo boo. I'm just trying to like do a video on this. So do I think, if you got some time to burn, you're bored, you want to play some games, go for it. It's just a fun little thing. You can get one. Is there anything else besides rewards? What other rewards are there? So I mean, if you get rank 1 or 3, I mean, you can get up to technically 4 super encrypted tokens. I mean, do you? So one thing I do want to go over, and again, I really do think there's some, so, you can see it right here. We got this little information, game rules from this bunk, Sinestro commands, build a battle line. Yeah, that's the same thing. When the battle line forms, enclosed area borders the sector, the yellow lantern course will conquer the area, and all enemies from the lantern course will be eliminated. Wait, what? When the yellow line forms an enclosed area with the borders section, the yellow lantern course will conquer the area, and all enemies from the other will be eliminated when a yellow lantern corpse conquers more than 80% of the actor. In other words, just fill up 80% of the box. So you can just say it like that. There you go. I really do want to come back to this point though. Let's do character power ranking. That kind of information though, see, that's very helpful. It lets people know what's up. I don't see any of that information here. This is actually blank. Okay, well, I can't go over this with you. I mean, I've already talked through this, so not too worried about it, but it is blank. Give me 1 second. I'm wondering if they're updating the game real quick, and I'm wondering if this is going to create, this is why I can't see anything. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I actually want to move away from the game page right now, and I want to, or the game in-game news, and I want to move to the actual news. A couple things I want to highlight about the news. So I want to come back. So first thing is that we have the info on Mr. Terrific. I've already gone over his stuff. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm going to highlight a few things here. So that the event will start on the 31st, which was technically today. Well, yeah, yesterday for me was 5 p.m. Whenever you earn epic shards, there's a 30% chance to be Mr. Terrific. Limited time recruitment is available until the 6th, so next Wednesday. And then will be added the epic legendary weekly recruitment mother boxes. So after this, and then sometime after the event, usually it's about a week, he'll be added there. So a couple things that I want to go over. So they're saying he's really good with Guy. He's good with the new Superman. But there's a few things I also want to talk about. So if we go here, news, and I want to come back to the beginning of this, all of this. So Superman, I think it's even character traits and classes. No, it's actually the next page. It's actually already full. So Justice Gang season. I want to go back here. So again, I've been over this in the news before, but we still have these two things left. So all of this is now in game. New legendary character Superman, brand new epic characters, Green Lantern Guy. He already came out. and then Mr. Terrific. What we still don't have in game is the new reinforcement, Crypto the Super Dog, and a new artifact, Chrono's Power Gauntlet. I don't know how they're going to release these, and I don't know when they're going to release it. We already know what this does, in that it is essentially every time someone gets a shield during a turn, they get increased damage reduction, and every time they get one and then one stack or one power amp. Or power amp when they receive a shield. I don't know if that stacks. The wording on the first part of it is that it does. So the wording on the damage reduction is it does stack. The wording on the, here, I'll show you rather than talk out of my butt. Here, let's do this. Scroll down. Let's go to, I think it was just that one. It's this one right here. Read more. Okay, it's this. So here's the wording of it. Damage. So level 1. So it's if you rank it up once, you get 10% damage reduction each time you get a shield, 10% damage amp, and then first ultimate shield to the whole team. And that's right here. So we don't know when this is coming out. We don't know how this is coming out. As well as we don't know when crypto's coming out. Now, the wording on most artifacts, let me pause real quick. The wording on most artifacts in this game, sorry, it's not an archive, it is in reinforcements, is that if we go to the elite, I would imagine he's going to be an elite. Just saying, he might be a common, maybe, I don't know. I don't see them doing that, but whatever. Is if we go here, we go to unlock like Parallax, right? So he's technically an epic. But if you go to unlock, obtain Parallax fragments, you need 10 of them. Can be used to craft Parallax. Limited time event, right? So I would imagine crypto is going to be a limited time event, but we don't know. However, I don't know where he's at. They did advertise him a long time ago, almost 3 weeks ago now. So we're just kind of waiting. Devs, I think this is, again, let's just see, reinforcements, upgrade reinforcements, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Again, I think this really comes back to we do need a news tab in game. I think the event center is not enough. I think it's like you put essentially just create a tab that gives us information, or heck, just a tab that links us to the information page on the website so we can follow along. I mean, it's easy to go there, but regardless, people don't really know that. Like, I'm not trying to call people dumb or anything. That's not what I'm saying, but it is just like, I didn't even really know there's a website, right? And so, also my last piece of feedback with this, I'm just going to put this all in the same video. I'm a little unimpressed right now with the events and like the extra stuff that's going on around the game. I think one thing that would have been really good is if you added a little bit more to the Superman event. I thought the event itself was good. I liked it. It was fun. Superman standing in the middle of our base. It's fun. There was a lot of really good resources available to it. But I think it ended too soon. I feel like you could have kept it up for a couple more weeks and then just sprinkled a lot of the stuff into that event. And then maybe, you know, updated the event periodically. And then when the season's over, the event then goes away. Because I just feel right now that we have these other things and there's no, where are they? How do we get them? Maybe crypto's coming out in the next event, right? But why didn't he just come out with Superman? It feels a little missed. Maybe it was because there's balancing issues, which totally understandable. But then it also comes back to, you know, communication here would be great. Because I was kind of hoping we would get a new event, something maybe small. I don't know. Maybe another Batmobile-like event that gives us crypto. I don't know. Like just something. Because we're just kind of sitting here. Like we got a new character, but now we're kind of, this comes back to this issue that I brought up in another video. I'm actually going to make a follow-up video to this. And we'll talk about this in later. I don't want this to be a complaining video or like whining in any way, shape, or form. I'm more of just providing constructive feedback when I'm looking at the news and trying to give everyone else the news, because I've gotten a lot, especially like this. They really need to make this clear for people. Do you know, like the amount of questions I've gotten in game, out of game about, oh, why didn't I unlock Mr. Terrific? I got the middle 3 lines, because that, I mean, look, it literally is attached to 3 lines right here. I get why people think that. It's not a hard, like, it's not, excuse me, itchy ear. It's not unreasonable for people to have a misconception that that is how you would get Mr. Terrific, when in reality it's not. You have to unlock all 9. So there's that. during the event will get activate all the fragments, get even better rewards. See, you should just say activate all of them to actually unlock Mr. Terrific. You know what I mean? Being vague is not good. Be specific. Other than that, again, a little frustrated right now because I was streaming yesterday. I'm like, okay, they're going to release a lot of stuff with Mr. Terrific because it sounds like it's probably going to be the end of the season. I'm imagining that next week maybe they'll drop the artifact and then crypto, and then we'll probably have like a dead week of no new characters, maybe, because they have to wrap up this season. So, and they haven't told us what the next season is. I don't know how long seasons last. Yeah, there's just, guys, here's what I'm just going to say. And again, roadmap. Just right here in the tab window, create a roadmap. Make it super easy for us to know, hey, when things are coming out. Boom shakalaka. Oh, the artifact, the Green Lantern artifact comes out August 6th. Great. Easy peasy. I can plan for it. So that's it. There's not a lot of stuff right now to go over. I wish there was more I could tell you to kind of do. There's not. Also, just a heads up. So this is why I'm a little tripped out right now. So not tripped out. This is why I think we will see the artifact and crypto next week. So if you look at the reset on the security plan, these plans, I think, align with the season. So the plan here says it is ending in 9 days, 3 hours, right? So we've got 9 days, 3 hours. That means we have about a week and a half left on the season, which means that essentially this season will be over. 9 days, 3 hours. So wait, it is the 31st right now. That means it'll be over on August 8th. That means we should expect the new season. I would imagine on the 8th, 7th, 8th is when, 9 days, 9, well, maybe August 9th. Between the 8th and the 9th, we will see the new, I would imagine the release schedule is always going to be based on this. I'm going to just use this as a pattern. There's no pattern because this is the first time they're doing it. But based on it, if we look at the last seasons, it's going to go legendary, epic, epic. And I would imagine the legendary is going to stick around for 2 weeks. Epics are going to stick around in rate ups. So legendary will go for 2 weeks. You'll have epic for 1 week each, and then a week of no characters with maybe hopefully like releasing artifacts and other things that people can summon for. That way the artifact will take the place of the summon. And then you have the pot that way there's always quote unquote something to you have the potential of summoning on something. And then at the end of the artifact / reinforcement week, then we'll start the next season. That way we'll have a 4-week cycle on everything, because if you notice here, this season is ending right when the new one, right when the battle pass, these battle passes will tell you when each season ends. That's pretty much the way I'm going to just like the security plan, battle pass, whatever, security plan, same thing. Its ending will indicate the end of the season, and that tells you how much time you have to get everything and then call it a day. So that's how I think we should plan around it. I do think a timeline would be great though. But again, I think maybe they're still trying to figure it out too, which also makes sense. But yeah, so I plan on next week will probably be when the artifact and the reinforcement crypto will probably come out next week, which makes sense. That way you can spread out the content. I just wish there was a little bit more to do. I would have liked that they kept up the Superman event, like maybe 1 more week, and maybe added like 1 more level to it. Or not like a level, but like 1 more, like save Metropolis, but maybe added like a 4th area and maybe go for 1 more week. Nothing super duper crazy, but I think it would have made this feel a little bit less like there's not as much to do. And then you have 1 week off. And so then it's like, it just, I don't know. I feel like that would help spread out it a little bit more. And then I think also, while I do think these are cool, I like these little, these mini games. And I think they're kind of fun. And this one, where is it? These are cool. I would like to see maybe like harder content, like fighting content, because I think a lot of people play the game for the battle system, and I think the battle system's wonderful. I think it's a great battle system, but I also understand that you want to change things up a little bit. You want to make things nice and fresh. But something I think, maybe like a boss or some like fun little thing, which you did in the Superman event, but he's been gone for a while now. So then we're just kind of like just sitting around. And granted, there's a lot of things to do in the game, but I would like, if there are these like one-time events, I think like having a fun mini game one, but then alternate that with a different one, like mini game battle, mini game battle, mini game battle. That way we, change things up, but not like mini game, mini game, mini game. That's my thoughts. That's the news. All right, ladies and gents, hope you're having a good one. And remember, failing is just your first attempt in learning.